is Tracy, and today I'm going to be doing a video talking about underrated modern cards, part 5. Now, as you can see, I've done 4 other parts. They'll be listed in the description bar below if you want to check them out. Basically, I talk about 10 cards that I think are super underrated in the modern format, and cards that I think are really sweet because if you know anything about me, if you watch any of my videos, I love spice, I love juice, I do weird things. It's how I live my life. Gotta live life on the edge, gotta throw spice in your magic decks. Okay, I want that on a t-shirt. That sounds like a really good quote. Okay, cool, let's talk. The first card is Sin Collector. This card's awesome. Like, what? This card just kind of like does a lot of different things. It's 3 mana for a 2/1. It ETBs. Target opponent reveals their hand. Okay, first off, you got access to information. Sweet. I like that. Like, a lot of people think even like just because it's like says specifically you get instant or sorcery, guys, you get access to information regardless. If you get a card or not, you know what's in their hand. That's incredible. Cards like that are lit. So, they reveal their hand. You get an instant or sorcery and you exile it. Exile it. It's not even like it goes to the graveyard. And then you're left with like a 2/1 body. Like, come on. This card is awesome. If anything, super fantastic sideboard card in a lot of different matchups. Card is just really good. Lit. Okay, one of my favorite sideboard cards. Talking about a couple of different sideboard stuff in this video. I mean, listen, you can main board this stuff too if you're a complete savage, which you go. Grim Lavamancer. Oh, I love this card. I love this card. When I did my Zoo deck tech last week, I think I threw this card actually in the sideboard. I didn't talk about sideboard in this video, but I threw it in the sideboard, and it just, this is such a fantastic card. I remember like playing against this matchup one time, and I don't remember what I was playing and what my opponent was playing, but I think they were playing Burn, actually, and they played like Grim Lavamancer, and it was just doing bucket tons of damage to me. It's a 1 mana 1/1. You pay 1 mana. You tap Grim Lavamancer or Grim Lavamancer. Anyone know those Star City Games tokens? I love those. I collect them. I think they're awesome. You exile 2 cards from your graveyard to deal 2 damage to a creature or player. Very, very simple card. Very straightforward, but a nice little body. If you're looking for a sideboard card that kind of fits itself in a lot of different matchups, Grim Lavamancer is a really fantastic option for that. Because if you're like, I don't really know what to sideboard in, but I want more removal, but I also want like a creature who sometimes just blocks or attacks, you have your thing. Okay. Meddling Mage. Be still my heart, this card. I love this card. Okay, so Meddling Mage is a really great, I keep saying sideboard cards. I mean, you could totally main board these cards, but it's really good in sideboard when you know what your opponent's playing, because you just ETBs, you name it, that card can't be played. Really good against combo decks, just saying. You can like shut them out from their combo until they kill your 2/2. And it's just also a 2 mana 2/2. You say, hey, I don't like this removal card you play, I don't like this creature, I can't deal with it, whatever. Just shuts decks down. When I did a video, and I'm totally blanking on what video I did last week, but I talked about like different strategies for, was it like deck building? I don't even remember what I filmed. But I talked about how, you know, I talked about like stuff in sideboard, yeah, sideboard stuff, that's what I did. And I talked about how like if you need creatures in your sideboard that also like help remove things, but also just can act as a creature and can attack or block, this is a really good example of that card, because it's a creature but also does removal-esque kind of things. Card is incredible. I love this card. Okay. Gifts Ungiven. I've been mentioning recently that I do want to do some sort of deck tech where I incorporate Gifts Ungiven in there, because I just love this card. Like, I just really, really like this card. And again, I always overshadow it. So maybe it's kind of like an underrated card for me, because like when I'm building decks, I don't really think to throw Gifts Ungiven in there because I'm a blue mage and I love my blue. And I really like this card. 4 mana instant. You search your library for up to 4 cards with different names. And then target player chooses 2 of them. You put those cards in the graveyard and the other go to your hand. So This is like really good for like any sort of recursion that you're doing. If you're doing Snapcaster Mage, if you're doing Living End, which I finally remember the name of that deck because I can never remember the name. I don't know why. Is it Ad Nauseam too that does things with the graveyard? I think it's that deck too. Yeah, so really good in like those. I'm not building an Ad Nauseam deck, or Living End. I'm not doing that, just FYI. I do like a weird thing with Gifts Ungiven. I won't go near decks like that. But yeah, anyways, so you have like the 2 piles and then they pick them. If you're playing against like a really good player with Gifts Ungiven, they'll make like, the thing is that when you make those 2 piles, neither pile is the right pile. You're supposed to make it extremely difficult for your opponent. So when you get those 4 cards, you know, you're getting pieces of your combo. I knew this Savage kid who ran mono blue Tron. And listen, if you know me, you know I hate Tron, absolutely. And I'm not saying I hate it because it's good, I just hate it because I just hate the deck. And it's like the epitome, if I could describe like things I hate, like that Tron is up there. It's on my list. Magic things. Yeah, just, I hate that deck. But anyways, he ran Gifts Ungiven and it was really sweet. And like, I think if I liked any sort of Tron version, I think I would like Gifts Ungiven Tron. It was a really sweet deck list. I should get that deck and do a deck tech on it. Just kidding. Okay, then we have Orzhov Charm. I've been mentioning the charms a lot recently because I just like them. They do options. I like options. Variety is the spice of life, right? Okay. Return target creature you control on all auras to their owner's hand. So this is just great automatically because you're like, that removal spell? Nah, bounce your thing. It's also really good to do if you're the one doing a removal spell, like if you're running this in like an Esper control list or something like that, and you're like, throw this in the sideboard or whatever, and you're like, I want to save my 1 creature. Synergize really well with Snapcaster Mage, because then you can like Snapcaster Mage it back to your hand, and then you can like snap again. I always talk about Snapcaster Mage, but it's hard not to because I just love that card. Yeah, or just really good to like protect your creature from board wipe or removal that your opponent is playing. Or destroy target creature, and you lose life equal to its toughness. Now here's the deal with this, is there's a lot of really solid cards in the format that are very large and do massive things that you just want to do this for. That you're like, I just really need your thing off the board. Or sometimes you need to take like massive amounts of damage because you really can't deal with a massive creature. Or return target creature with converted mana cost 1 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. So you just graveyard battlefield. Really good in like black, white, decks that have small dudes. Overall, I think this card is really sweet. I like the options. I think it's great. Alright, are you guys ready for this card? Because I don't think you are. Dragonlord Oujutai. Let's take a sec. I have Dragonlord Oujutai in my ladies deck because she's a lady, and she's a kick-ass lady. And every time I play her, I'm like, this card is sweet. Okay. Okay. Like, 5 mana 5/4 flyer. Let me just like flip a table over because that's awesome. It's got hexproof as long as it's untapped. Now, that's really sweet. But whenever it deals combat damage to a player, you look at the top 3, you put 1 into your hand and the rest in the bottom of your library. Like, this is just... Scry thing is just really great. Really good in those mid-range decks. I need to run this card way more in sideboards whenever I do blue-white versions because I just think this card's awesome. Very underrated. Really great body. Very good like late game type of card. And it's got that bit of protection if it's untapped. You have hexproof, which is cool. Okay. So I like counter spells. That's my jam. It's what I like. Let me rephrase. In competitive formats, not so much in EDH. I'm like 2 totally different players. I swear when I play modern EDH, I'm completely different. And this is on my list of cards like that I just think are incredible, and that is Counterflux. You need a moment to like internalize this card, and I need a moment to drink my tea. Okay, like it can't be countered by spells or abilities. Hello? Yes, if you're playing against another control deck, this is stupid. Counter target spell, you don't control. And then it's got Overload. So say you're in like a mirror matchup and you're having a really intense counter war and you're like, damn. Counterflux, Counterflux, Counterflux is really good. Even if you don't need the Overload, even just like to counter the thing and then they can't counter this counter. Card's incredible. Why don't more people know about this card? Come on, this is just hello sideboard, hello, this card's awesome. Or even main board, again, if you're a savage. Okay, Deflecting Palm. Now, I know this kid who swore by this card, and, you know, in burn builds, if you just need, like, that little bit of edge, card is really good. It's really good in matchups where they have, like, really big, dumb things. Like, maybe Tron, for example, and you're like, damn, they're swinging at me with their stupid Kozilek or Ulamog or whatever other dumb Eldrazi people are running now, and you're like, what do? You Deflecting Palm it. Also, just saying, side note, really good against Bloom Titan, if anyone plays that deck anymore, which I've decided I'm going to be doing a Bloomless Titan deck because I just miss that deck so much and I want to keep talking about it. So, you know, you prevent it and then you just throw that damage back at them. It's like Mirror Force in Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, you block it and then you throw it right back at them. Card is really, really good in certain matchups. Very underrated. Really great. Alright, I'm not gonna lie, I totally forgot about this card. Overwhelming Denial. This is just, like, stupid. Okay? Like, it's 4 mana, a 4 mana counterspell. But it does have the Surge cost. Now, if you're playing this in, like, I hate to talk about Delver because I just hate Delver. I don't hate it because it's good. I hate it because I don't think it's good. And I don't like Delver at all. I'm like, just play, like, the control version of Delver, if that makes sense. Like, if you're playing, like, Grixis Delver, play Grixis Control, like, just do that. But anyways, it's got the Surge cost. So if you're playing this with, like, Thought Scour, or, by the way, the new card Opt from Ixalan, if that's how we're saying it, incredible. I'm over the moon about that card. I'm so excited about that. 1 mana, really great. It's also instant speed, so synergy with this, by the way, really good. Can't be countered by spells or abilities, and you counter target spells. So it's basically like a 2 mana counter target spell, and it can't be countered. Again, counter war card, really, really good. Really good in sideboards as well, with Counterflux, which we talked about earlier. This card's incredible. I love it. Okay, and the last card on my list is this pretty lady named Olivia Voldern. And I'm not gonna lie, I actually have a skirt kind of that reminds me of her dress. Like, it's very flowy, and someone told me that I look like Professor Snape, and I got really excited about that, because Snape is one of my favorite Harry Potter characters. Anyways, Olivia Voldern is a great lady. She's a 4 mana 3/3 flyer. Boom, yes, I love that. Deals 1 damage to another target creature. They become a vampire, and then you put a +1/+1 counter on her. So you do 1 damage to something. Now, what's really cool about this is it's another target creature, so it can be your creatures if you want to buff your creatures. Like, say you're just in a thing where, if you want to buff her, like if you're in that, or you just kill someone's whatever creature, which is cool. But 2, you don't have to tap her, so you can, like, keep doing this ability, which is really sweet. And then, 5, for 5 mana, you gain control of target vampire, for as long as you control her. She's really good. You just steal people's creatures. Really, really good late game card. I really love this card for Jund. I think whenever I do my Jund deck, I think I want to, like, throw her in, if anything, just the sideboard. I mean, I may do the main board depending on how spicy I'm feeling that day, but Olivia Voldern, amazing card. Love her a lot. One of my favorite ladies, so. By the way, is she in ladies? Because I don't think so. She needs to be. Yeah, guys, that is it. That is it for this video. I love doing these kind of, like, list things because it's, like, talking about cool cards that not everyone may have heard about before, so I'm all about that jam. So, yeah, that's all I got, but I'll talk to you guys later.